Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Empowering Industry Podcast. I'm here with my friend, Michelle Segrest, which I love being on the mic with you. But again, I like getting the questions asked to me. But today we're gonna flip that a little bit.
Okay. Flip the tables. Turn the tables.
That's right. So we have been in industry, 20 plus years, whatever. Being on the mic is easy for you. That you've telling people kind of a little bit about you, your background, sports reporter and all.
Yeah. I've been a professional journalist for 37 or 38 years now, something like that, getting close to 40 years. And I did start out as a sports reporter, covering the Southeastern Conference. I actually covered Charlie's team, Alabama, but I'm an Auburn girl. And I worked for Alabama newspapers for a long time and worked for magazines and wrote for all different kinds of publications. And
so you've just been reporting for years and years.
Forever.
Really, this is natural. And today, we are about to have Epic, right? We're here at Epic. We're already in it, right? And so you're the MC for Epic, which I am so excited about. And the reason why I asked you to do this, Michelle, is because you know the industry. I mean, we could get up there and talk any type of equipment, any type of industry, and you have a background in that because you're curious, right? So
that's right.
Tell me, what is it like being kind of that storyteller for industry?
That's such a great question because that's the thing I love to do more than anything else. I mean, as you know, everyone has a story to tell, whether you're a mining expert or a wastewater expert or an engineer or, if you are
just a woman in industry,
in industry, whatever, everyone has a story to tell. And that's my favorite part, is telling people stories. So I think that, it's all about just listening and finding out what the problem is, because we write about equipment and technology that solves problems for industry. So learning about what the problem is, finding out what the best solution is, and then learning what the results could be. Those are the kind of stories I love to tell. That's the core of what I do. That's the heartbeat of what I do. Mm-hmm. And I love it. It's so much fun. We never run out of stories to tell.
That's right. And so I kind of started pushing people to use social media. If y'all don't know this, if y'all just tuning in, I push, right?
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that not always do we have to use social media.
Yeah.
But I feel like we always have to tell the story. And
we do.
I love taking pictures. I don't really love being on video, but now I do. It's another tool.
Yeah,
it's another tool. And so traditionally I would use my personal, my image and everything, because I wasn't really that great at, graphic design or whatever. So you figure out what you're good at, right? What interests you, what excites you,
right?
And then you can use that for influence and leadership within your industry. So you've done that through writing, and
That's right.
So you write for industry, but you also, have done some amazing travel and
yes, of course,
written all kinds of stories. So
that's right.
Author.
Yes, I am a book author of more than 30 books now. Mm-hmm. So some of them in industry, and some of them about travel, and some about sailing, and some about other things, some children's books as well. I'll tell a story about anything.
Well, one of the things that we have for Epic is envision energy, envision your future.
Yes.
And so what comes up when I say that? What comes up for you? Envision energy, envision your future. I
think technology is changing so fast these days. Back in my day, we didn't even have the World Wide Web. When I first became, that ages me a lot.
I saw computers come, so.
But we didn't have that. And now we have artificial intelligence. We have machine learning. We have drones. We have augmented reality. We have all these amazing new technologies that is helping people in our industry do their jobs better, more efficiently, more productively, more precisely. And all of these tools are out there. So when I think of the future of what we envision, it is about embracing all that technology, but also using that core knowledge that you still need humans for, right? You need the humans to build these machines. You need the humans to understand how to use that technology and where to use that technology. And, that still requires a human brain and not a robot, right?
That's right. We have to actually teach the robot, right?
So exactly. We have to program it and tell it what to do. And then of course, with machine learning and that sort of thing, the machines can learn what we teach them. And then we don't have to program that anymore.
Well, it makes it easier. All this is tools, right?
It's all tools to make life easier. Mm-hmm. And I think the industry embraces that. When we think about envisioning a future, that's something that our industry does very well. Even though we have a lot of old school guys, that still want to manually change the oil on the machine or whatever. And now there is technology that can do that for you. Mm-hmm. They're starting to embrace that because they see that it makes their job easier.
That's right.
And then also it allows them to do other things and to do more and better. And
exactly. More. It makes me think of the first time I saw a robot it was moving a motor, right? And I was thinking, so that's so great that now that person doesn't have to like hurt their back or whatever, you know, it's like picking up this heavy equipment or whatever.
Right.
And so I love that. And I love how we are using our knowledge and skills to create tools that will help all of us.
Yes.
And that's what this conference is all about. It's a tool to bring people together and make them talk to each other. So
when you talked about social media earlier, what I thought you were about to say was how I had such a hard time embracing social media in the beginning. It seemed foreign to me. I'm a little bit older than you, so your generation was a little bit better at. I mean, you. It was just there. It was a part of you. I was already kind of an older person when Facebook came along and Twitter.
Well, you just didn't need it to do the work that you're doing.
You convinced me that, hey, try this. Like, try it. See how you're able to connect and communicate with people. And it's the same thing as what these professionals in our industry are doing with some of these new tools.
Absolutely.
It's exactly the same. And now we're seeing, we can send out a message that goes to a huge network of people. And then if you share what I post, that goes to your network. And it's just a great multiplier of information. And so I love that. Now I can embrace it, even though it's still uncomfortable for me to do. It doesn't feel natural. I would rather write the story than tell it through social media, but I do it because I understand how important it is.
Yeah, and I think that's, and like you said, right, the digital tools that are out there, it is going to feel awkward. It is going to feel like this doesn't work or fit with what I already do. Right. So we have to learn how to use it first. And so that's what we're doing with the AI and things like that.
But when you see the benefits of it, then you understand. Exactly. Like when you see a drone that will go way up to the top of a cooling tower and get measurements and whereas you don't have to have a human being climb up that ladder. It's a safety issue. It's a efficiency issue. And then also that drone is able to collect like mountains of data that maybe a human couldn't get on their clipboard by going up there or taking pictures. And we're seeing innovations in factories. You and I have been in hundreds, quite literally hundreds of factories between the two of us. And you're seeing robots that can pick up a car with one arm. And that same robot, that one arm, can also pick up a tomato in a fruit facility and not, or a food facility and not damage it. But it can also lift these big, huge machines. And that's amazing when you think about it and how, what's it going to look like in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? It's going to be, we're going to keep being amazed.
Yes,
I have a feeling.
Absolutely. Well, we do have to get back to Epic.
Yes.
We just took a little break because we wanted to share kind of our excitement of what's going on.
Yeah.
But always, I love what you've done for our industry. I'm excited.
You too, Charlie.
That we get to work together and for everybody to get to kind of see you in that role as MC is going to be a lot of fun. So
I'm
thanks
excited.
for doing it.
My pleasure.
Okay, everybody. Until next time, be empowering.